We have here Garfield's Mad About Cats. It's an educational game made by a couple companies, including Cosme, Brighter Child, and Horizon Interactive. We had to help Dr. Kattenstein make his monster from various cat parts, from parts of various cats. We get to learn about cats, we get to play some mini games, because this game is all pussy all the time. Wild cats from all over the place. We get to see them stuff. And we have an opening cutscene.
Garfield! Garfield, get the mouse!
Basically what it's saying is that John's sick of Garfield not chasing mice. Garfield is sick and fed up with being asked to chase mice, so for some reason he tells John that he's gonna go make the perfect cat. And so him and Odie walk to a secret facility that's in John's house, and they sit down and are led by a computer voice named, doesn't have a name, so Garfield renamed her Lipsy.
Please select a feature.
Now the bulk of this game is catty information, and there's nothing wrong with catty information. In fact, it's got a lot of goods, a lot of goods here. We are given some lessons about tigers and leopards and lynxes and Jeffrey's cat, a sand cat, a flat-faced cat, a Eurasian lynx, a cheetah. Some of them even have video. They actually have like FMV shit there. Isn't that neat? Pictures, and it tells us some interesting stuff.
Jagarundi. Some people call the Jagarundi an otter cat because its small head and short ears make it look like an otter. The ancient Aztecs kept these animals as pets to keep rodents away from their food.
You know, it's all interesting. And afterward, a mini game. And there is something wrong with that. These mini games are pretty shitty, Garfield. There's Disco John, which is matching Simon Says stuff. Dunk the Clown, which is shooting. We got Whack-A-Rat, which is whacking. We got Spider Squishing. Breakout, featuring Garfield swallowing a giant celery stalk or puking. I can't tell, but they're all not. They're just stupid. They're just stupid. But fortunately, we don't have to win. In fact, we don't even have to play. We can just say either, like, it gives us an option of saying yes or no, and if we just say no, we just go on to the next cat. For some of these games, they seem like they're just based on score, but they don't have a score, so I'm not even sure if it's even possible to win some of them. Lipsy shows us a map of the world, and we pick out some kind of cat trait, and then she gives us 3 options that represent that trait, and then we can click on one, and then learn about it, and then learn more about it than we ever thought was there. But there is. Like, cheetahs, they don't meow. In fact, they can bark. And cougars are fucking huge! Damn it! And so, we picked one, and then Odie, and every single time Garfield will say this.
Eager, off to fetch the perfect cat featured. Oh, and while you're at it, bring me back some good grub. A cat's gotta eat.
Or something like it. And when Odie comes back, he has apparently the cat in a burlap sack. He's also dressed in the regional garb from wherever he found it. And he also brings Garfield back some kind of, you know, some kind of food from that area too. So it's not only geographical and... Fuck, what's the word? What's the word? Oh, zoology? Fuck, I can't. Okay, zoological. It's also cultural, culinary, ethnicity. It's that too. And sometimes racism.
Leave it to a dodo to bring me dodo greens.
Yes, Garfield, it's 3 layers of education all on top of each other, but that's not even the best part. No, that'd be the voice acting. Yeah, this game is fully voice acted, featuring the definitive Garfield voice, in my opinion, by far the best one, in my opinion, the only one, Lorenzo Music.
I thought I told him to hold the pig's ear.
And this is actually, I think, one of his final roles at playing Garfield. It wasn't the last one, but it was made in 2004. This is actually pretty new. But yeah, he's the greatest Garfield. As I'm down, it's the real stuff. In fact, there's kind of a...
Sure, let's do Geek Chic.
kind of a lot of references, and it just kind of feels like Garfield and Friends, which is in many ways the high point of Garfield. So that's just great, man.
Hey, kid! Is that your face, or did your pants fall down?
But yeah, the voice acting. But fucking voice acting, there's tons of it. They have so much of it for so many different things. From the cats, all that stuff is voice acted.
They have a line of hair on their backs which they raise when they are going to attack.
To the mini games.
Shake your booty.
To if we want to play the mini game.
I think I'll amaze you.
To if we don't want to play the mini game.
No, you squash. I'll nosh.
When nobody comes back from getting stuff, there's voice acting. It's all over.
I cravos those huevos.
I mean, there's heaps of it. It's all not bad. But actually, the most of it doesn't come. Oh, there's also Tom Huge, who was John and Binky, some other characters in the Garfield and Friends. He's there too.
You know, Garfield, you are the cat.
Most of it's actually from Lipsy.
The only good clown is a wet clown, and that's why you must.
And to be honest, there's something's up with there, Garfield. She kind of reminds me of a certain all-powerful artificial intelligence entity that has a female voice. Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Well, maybe, perhaps this will ring a few bells?
You're quite a hacker.
This area, she just kind of sits here in this lab area, and she evidently has Binky the clown locked away in a basement. She's got John. She has all this. She has the ability to send cats with the tube all the way to India.
Scanning. Returning animal feature to the wild.
And she might even have a poultry factory going on.
Please note, no cartoon chickens were hurt during the making of this game.
Because I don't believe that. Anyway, Garfield, we got all the cats, and we have made our perfect cat creature thing. This game actually has 3 different endings based on the 3 different difficulty levels, levels 1, 2, and 3. And the difference between them isn't that big. Like, I think level 1 is, I think this only affects like the mini games. And level 1 is shorter, like we don't need to pick or learn about as many cats. But the level 3 ending, here it is.
Well, who did you expect? Sylvester?
Oh shit. Oh, you play that motherfucker like a ball of twine. And the credits loop forever. And there's also some Jurassic Park font. I actually kind of like Garfield's Mad About Cats. I like learning, like I said, I really like the voice acting. I really like all of the stuff, like the information they have. I really like all the cats they got. I could have done without the mini games though, but in fact I can do without the mini games, Garfield, because like I said, if we just click no, nothing happens pretty much. We can still play the game as we want. In fact, there's actually a little mouse icon in the corner, and he tells us he has to take it out of here. Hey, come on. You want to get out of here? Yeah, I do actually. Well, I got what you need. Is that so? Yeah. Name the price. I think I'll accept his offer. Because the game actually is a little bit long. What sucks though is that the most of that comes from the mini games, which is the worst aspect of it. So when the worst thing about the game is also the longest, that's just it's not a recipe for some good yiholes. Oh yeah, I actually kind of learned a lot from this. And there were a bunch of other Garfield educational games too, I'm guessing. We have one on Amazon. It's called Garfield. It's all about, you know, and then some kind of subject. So for like first graders, really young kids. But we're not gonna buy that, Garfield, because it's only got 1 review and it's a 1-star review. The guy says that it's not actually a 3 CDs, it's just 1, and then when he sent it back, they gave him just the 1 CD again. but the picture has 4 CDs. Whatever. There's a newer one too, and it's also fully animated, fully voice acted. It's called Professor Garfield. It's online, and I think it's done in partnership with some kind of state education board, but they have free trials available. I think teachers can actually sign up and then get teaching materials for tons of different things, from grammar to American history.
Let's do it, Hairball.
But Mad About Cats is really a neat little game. Yeah, with all the animation and the voice acting, and actually really it looks and sounds like a cartoon that just happens to have, you know, be about some stuff that adults would want kids to know. Cool with me.